with your Southeast Colorado news on SECOnews.org. We're in the Bowserman meeting room here at the Otero County Courthouse, about to speak with the Otero County Commissioners, Rob Oquist and Tim Nobbenshew, about Bent's Old Fort National Historic Site, and get their response about possible changes going on out there.
Hey, Tim Nobbenshew, Rob Oquist, Otero County Commissioners. We wanted to give a brief update from our standpoint regarding the fort. Certainly we've heard the constituents and the concerns about the changes that are taking place out at the fort. And we are aware of that, and we are hearing your concerns, and certainly we have reached out to our state and federal partners to possibly get updates or just avenues that we can pursue to have better dialogue with the fort regarding the changes, and let them know that our concerns are here in Otero County, first of all, and the tourism and the way it'll affect Otero County down the road. Certainly the fort has been around for a long time, and many of our residents and people in Colorado come to see the fort for the experience of the live animals, the live actors, and we appreciate that. And your concerns aren't falling on deaf ears. We are doing the best that we can from the county standpoint to research options and possibilities down the road. We ask understanding from the constituents that some of this stuff is out of the county's hands, out of the state hands. This is a federal site. The fort is controlled by the federal government, the National Park Service, and some of that's out of our hands. However, as mentioned before, we are working with our partners, Senator Hickenlooper, Senator Bennett, and Representative Boebert, with our partners on the federal level to see what we can get for future possibilities.
And I'd just like to say, I remember from the time I was a young kid, and I graduated in the 70s, so I remember it being built, and I remember when there was nothing out there. And to go out there and see it is really special, and I want to make sure that it's there for my grandkids, my great-grandkids. It needs to be there for a long, long time yet, and I think that it will. Hopefully it'll always be the way it is now. That's what we're all hoping, so.
History is important to us here at the courthouse. As you can see when you come in, we have a lot of photos of historical things throughout the county, and certainly the fort is one of our main historical sites, and we want to make sure it's preserved, protected, and that accurately depicted for future field trips for schools and for tourists and visitors to come to our county. And so we're keeping all that in mind.
There we go, heading in where the fire is warm.
Yeah. There was just trappers, traders, and Native Americans out here. No military. There's no forts out west yet. They weren't needed. In the early days, the Native Americans and the trappers and the traders get along fairly well. Not great, but it's no different than Europe. All those countries have compatible lifestyles, but they don't always get along. Mm-hmm. But it's the Wild West. Later on is the Wild Wild West, and later on is the Wild 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 West as things deteriorate. And that usually is because more and more people are flocking west. But in the early days, these traders are here to trade with the natives. Natives want these things because a lot of these things are great leaps forward in technology. And beaver trappers, they travel pretty lightly across the land unless you ask a beaver, and they might disagree. But there's no one pushing each other around. No one's taking land away yet. So everybody's pretty free and nomadic. So the dynamic's not that bad yet. When this fort started in 1833, there's no Colorado. There's no towns or villages yet in what would be Colorado. There's just pretty much trappers, traders, Native Americans, and a few trading posts. And only 43 years later, Colorado becomes a state, and there's a couple colleges. So you see how fast the West was changing. And that's why places like this, well, this one lasted a long time for a trading post, 16 years. Which doesn't sound like very long, but in the chaotic, dynamic soap opera that was the American West, 16 years is an anomaly. That's a good run in those days, because everything's just changing so fast. Even up north, I don't know if you ever heard of John Coulter. He was a famous mountain man. He was with Lewis and Clark when they came west. And Lewis and Clark, they got back to St. Louis in 1804. Well, on the way back, John Coulter, one of their members, he decided he wanted to go back to the mountains, so he didn't return to Missouri. He went back to the mountains. And in 1807, he's the first white man that they know of going into what is now Yellowstone National Park. Okay. 1807 is early. There's nothing out west yet. Only 65 years later, and I'm older than that, they felt the need to make Yellowstone a park and save it. So the West was a chaotic soap opera.
Right.
for sure, yeah. Look at me when I was sitting out here, I go, man, he's like a bowling ball.
Uh-huh.
Those ladies in the gift shop, they feed him too much.
He likes those furs, huh?
See the pretty fabric to make yourself a nice dress with.
Yeah, these are the kind of things the natives would trade for when they came in. And they came from all over the world. This was back in the 1830s and 40s, so think about this. England was a major manufacturing center, so a lot of the guns, knives, scissors, pins and needles, blankets, and fabric came from England. There was fabric from India. There was tea, silk, and vermilion from China, glass beads from Italy, coffee from South America, sugar from Cuba, guns from Belgium, shells from the Pacific Ocean, colored feathers from Africa, and on and on. So things were moving in those days, just like today. They just move slower in smaller ships. Yeah.
Off the bottom of the deck, this is called Spanish Monte. We have a sword and a coin. Come on in, you can't learn from out there, and I can't get your money from out there. Two off the top, a cudgel and a cudgel. So here's what I'm going to do. Since I think I want you to bet here, I'm going to give 2-to-1 odds. You put up one and you win, you get yours back and 2 of mine. Okay? So I'm giving odds on the cudgels only up here, not down here. Down here is straight up.
Okay, hold on a minute. We got a whole bunch of new people. This is a Spanish or Mexican style deck. It has four suits, just like we're used to, except here. The swords, which is this one, or swords, coins, cups, and cudgels.
This is my client's cup.
In different denominations.
So it's a cup.
It's a cup.
And we've taken out the 8, 9s, and 10s. For a number deck than what you used to play.
But we're not betting on numbers anyway. So, anyway, he's put two cards up top from the bottom, which is the way it's dealt in this. 2 cards from the top. Now you're going to bet whether or not there's going to be a sword or a coin, or a cudgel or a cudgel. You can't bet. There's other ways of betting, but those are the basics. So, put your money down.
Right, put your money next to what you think is going to happen. And by the way, it only goes this way. You cannot
Yeah,
bet
not-
this way. So this is a layout, this is a layout. And you don't have to bet, or you could do a side bet, but we'll do that the next hand. So let's go ahead and put your money down. You got coins there in front of you, go ahead and put them where you think
There's
it's
some
going.
coins here. Oh, we got a big better
Oh,
on.
yeah, look at this. Oh, look at you, all right then. Where are you going now? I don't know what you're doing. The bottom one? Okay. All right. Gotta remember how many you put down. I turn it over and it's a cup. There's no cups down here, and I thank you for your money. Are there any questions?
So that's an easy way to go broke then.
So it's basically
Not for me.
Well, for the adversary.
Numerically speaking, I suppose you're right. But this is not about cheating. This is just this is a game of chance.
Chance.
I wrote a little something for you guys before we show you what we got for you over here. Hello, my name is Zach Gardner. I'm joined here tonight with other members of the community to express our appreciation for the Rocky Ford Police Department. First responders face incredible challenges to keep our community safe. Unless you have a friend or a family member in uniform, you may not think about the police all that often until you really need them, or you're getting a speeding ticket. That's unfortunate because even though you don't interact with them every day, they're out on the job day and night protecting us and staying ready to respond to emergency calls. When officers take their oath to serve, they are embarking on a career where they are prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice for the better good of their community. It is almost a thankless job, but not for us and not today. In honor of our men and women in law enforcement and serve this community, we dedicate this statue that represents your protective eye over this small town and our gratefulness for your sacrifice. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, that's very impressive.
This is what I bugged you for, so
I'm going to move into the frame.
Yeah, go right ahead. Amazon? No, this is really.
This is Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News on SECOnews.org. We're here with the Arkansas Valley Community Cancer Support Group founder and kind of what's your official title, Carrie?
I'm the CEO.
CEO and founder.
Yes.
Very cool. You guys have been impacting Southeast Colorado for the last 5 years, helping support folks as they put up the fight against cancer.
Yes, that's correct.
So your 5th annual chili dinner and auction, that's
Yes.
kind of one of your biggest fundraisers.
That is one of our biggest. We do a live auction, we do a silent auction, a 50-50 raffle, and of course lots of chili, lots of different kinds of chili. Last year, myself, I made 7 different types of chili, but we end up with like red chili, green chili, white chili, just
wow.
Then you got to
More
consider
chili than I knew about.
You got to consider some people don't eat meat or can't eat meat, so we had veggie chili, turkey chili, whatever. Even some with no beans because some people can't have beans. So you got to just kind of factor.
Okay.
Be able to target anybody who would attend and want to attend.
So there will be many.
A lot of fun.
Dracs were not for those teenagers, right?
That right?
That's how it's going to go. I would have gotten away with it.
Yes, we still are looking for sponsors or even just in-kind donations. There's a lot of small business in the Valley, as everybody who is from the Valley knows and understands, who may not be able to give a monetary type donation, but they can maybe give a gift basket of, things that they sell or whatever that's what we put in our auctions and we turn it into money. And then, of course, you don't forget the tickets for the chili dinner. They're $5 a piece. Where else can you eat for $5? Not even McDonald's anymore.
Right.
But kids 5 and under will be free, but everybody else is $5 to get in the door. And of course, we also have all the toppings for chili. So you can make Frito pie if you want. Thanking Van Hollis for his donation from Frito-Lay with Frito chips.
Way to go, Van and Frito-Lay.
Yes, Van has always been a good supporter of our organization. And so, you can top it with cheese, onion, tomato, olives, guacamole, sour cream.
All the fixings,
all the
like.
different fixings, yes.
Okay.
And we're just looking to have a good time, and hopefully our goal is to try to raise $5,000 at this event. We may not get there, but that is our goal for this particular event.
Okay, so come help buy 1,000 bowls of chili.
Right,
that would get you there.
1,000 bowls of chili would get us there. That's right.
Help support the Arkansas Valley Community Cancer Support Group because you guys really help our community in their time of need.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about your organization.
So basically we got started in 2017. As many people remember, there used to be the Relay for Life that was put on by the American Cancer Society at Spring High School. In 2016, the Cancer Society let us know, I was the event lead that year, they told us that they were no longer going to support us because we couldn't raise $100,000 a year. That's impossible for this area, and anybody from here would know and understand that. So basically, I met with Glenn Parker and other members of our committee, and we decided to go ahead and do our own nonprofit to continue to help to support cancer patients here. And so that's what we decided to do. I don't know if you knew, my mom is a survivor, my grandmother, my husband, and then I know several of some my classmates, some my sister's classmates that have battled cancer, and some unfortunately lost their lives to it. We have helped a lot of patients. A couple of patients we're currently helping that are doing well given the circumstances of having cancer. We have been helping out Tommy DePriest, who has been battling a long, hard battle with his cancer. He has neuroblastoma, sorry.
No, you're good.
I get all the names confused because they're really long.
And you're dealing with a lot of people.
Yes. I mean, in the Valley, I did a research paper back in 2018. I don't know if I ever told you that, when I was going to college at CSU Pueblo.
Okay.
And at that point in time, do you know what the cancer rate here was?
Probably pretty high.
It was 72%.
Oh my.
The cancer rate here is high. And so obviously there's a need for our organization, and what we do is we help patients be able to get to and from their treatment. So we do things like gas cards. We've helped people with food, because sometimes the cancer patient ends up in the hospital for an extended period, but the caregiver can't eat at the hospital for free, obviously.
Right.
And so we would provide food to people that are staying at the hospital with their loved one, or maybe a hotel room. Maybe the patient is too sick to come home from the treatments that are involved, because chemo and radiation can be really hard on the body. And we've also done things like provide wigs, or you talk about drastic weight loss of a cancer patient, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could see that. So we've helped provide clothes, things like that. Other things we've done is I want to give a shout out to Adam's Wrecking, who helped me with one of my cancer patients last year. Before I'd even met the cancer patient, it was pointed out to me by DJ Rivas, a cancer patient needing tires for their car to get to treatment in Colorado Springs. So I called up my good buddy Damien McElroy that I graduated with and said, hey, what can you do to get me some tires? And it was not your ordinary car, they were expensive tires. It was a BMW.
So very cool for the McElroys to step up.
Yes,
Lester,
they did.
Damien, and crew out there.
And they've always been real good at supporting us as well.
So, as you mentioned, you guys are nonprofit, so
Yes.
501c3.
Yes.
So folks that's a tax deductible donation.
Yes.
If they were to donate a, set of tires, for example, for a prize,
Yes.
At the auction, that would be a write-off.
That would be a write-off. I do have W-9s available for people who do donate to us.
Oh, cool.
Give a shout out to Morgan and Sons, have supported us. There's been a lot of people over the years. Rancher Supply used to support us quite a lot. I haven't been out there recent. As you know, COVID kind of hit every business hard, and obviously we couldn't do fundraising events for a couple of years due to COVID. We're glad to be back at it and be able to help cancer patients. Another one of our patients right now, you may know, AJ Quick.
Yep.
And he's doing well given the circumstances. But without the donations from everybody in this valley, we could not be able to help cancer patients. And in my opinion, I think that helping the cancer patients is one of the biggest causes that I'm into, and it's
what a great way
needed.
to do it. Come have a bowl of chili. If people want to get on the bandwagon with their business and sponsor the event, how do they get a hold of you, Carrie?
They could either give me a call, 720-454-6289. You may also text. I have a couple of different emails that they can reach me at. My personal email is tpopRelife18@gmail.com.
Okay.
And then I also have my school email, because I'm in school right now, so it's cholm@adler.edu.
All right.
So there's a couple of ways you can get a hold of me. Also, my daughter, Brandy Holm, you can reach her at 720-557-1413. She's the president of this organization. And then, of course, we have other committee members that are here, that do live here in the Valley. And committee member Cassandra Hare, Theodore Hare, Kendrick Hare, Stephanie Hare, obviously the Hare family. Carla Montoya has helped us. Natasha Ortiz helps us. And her daughter, Taja, I've made a contest many times during this chili dinner selling the tickets.
Okay.
And what I do with that is whoever sells the most tickets gets $100 from me personally.
Oh, wow.
And so
That's a huge prize.
Taja has won it 2 years in a row. So she obviously works very hard at helping us. And she's just a 12-year-old child that has really gotten involved and helps our organization out and understands the importance of it. Lexi, my niece, is a part of this organization, and she's always in for helping us. So, you know, it's something that not just adults can do. It's something that anybody of any age can help us do. And I mean, a Scooby-Doo theme. Come on, you can dress up. That'll be fun.
There you go. Break out the cosplay costumes and
Right? And some of you older folks that still have 70s clothes.
yeah,
Well,
you
now
could do
you
like
can
I
get in
do
your
and sport
closet.
the corduroys. There you go. So Shaggies and Scoobies and Freds alike, Daphnes and Velmas, come on out. Join the whole gang.
Join the whole gang, that's right.
Yep, coming up February 24th in Rocky Ford at the 4-H building there at the Arkansas Valley Fairgrounds.
Yes.
I think we got it all, didn't we, Carrie?
I think we covered it all. Thank you so much, Adrian, for your help today.
Hey, thank you for
And
supporting.
I want to give a shout out to SECO News because they have always supported us ever since they've existed. And even prior to that, when you used to work for the radio station, you and Pat McGee always helped support us, and I really appreciate that.
Yep, we did a lot of studio time with Glenn doing PSAs for the Walk for
Yes.
Life. And,
Oh man,
a
do you
lot of-
remember when we do the luminary ceremony? When we put the luminaries around the track, and we made the list of in honor of and in memory of. And one year, Mr. Ron Davis was unable to read the names, which he definitely is much better at it. So it was me and Brandy reading the names, and for some reason, Brandy accidentally put Glenn Parker's name on in memory of. And Glenn Parker was up in the booth with us as we're reading the names, and she said, in memory of Glenn Parker, and Glenn goes, hey, wait a minute, I'm right here. And Brandy goes, oh no, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, we do actually have to read in memory of for Mr. Glenn Parker now.
Yeah, and he was really fundamental to the fundraising for cancer in the Arkansas Valley.
Yes, he
among
was.
other causes, he did so much.
He did a lot. Give a shout out to Post Legion number 9. They always post our colors at our events, so that's great. And then I believe it's going to be Cadence. I'm not sure how to say her last name.
Lobergen.
Yes. She's going to actually be doing our national anthem for us at this event, so I want to give a
Cool.
shout out to her as well.
Okay, and we'll try to make it by and get some video, but we want to encourage people to come out and join the community for a great cause, a great meal, great people.
Always great people.
All right, there we go.
Thank you so much, Adrian.
Hey, thank you for the Arkansas Valley Community Cancer Support Group and the people of Southeast Colorado. I'm Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News.
Good, get you in the action. It'll
Yeah.
happen here real
Well,
quick now.
I tell you what, Adrian, Kyle Casper with TLM has done a fantastic job on this trail, and I'm so proud. I got to deal with his grandfather, Paul Casper, and now dealing with his son. This is a chip off of the old block, and this guy has made his grandpa very proud by building this, and it made me very proud because of my connection to the history of this valley. And this is the second bridge, and I want Kyle to tell you how long it took to drop the first bridge or set it.
Well, I guess I'll start by saying I'm not going to take any of the credit. We got a crew here that we've really been working hard trying to get this trail done and get to the city. So I'm not going to take any credit. I'm a paperwork guy, not the one on the ground. But first bridge came in and it went absolutely beautiful. It took us about 30 to 45 seconds to set it. After we got off the truck, set beautifully, and it looks amazing now. I mean, you don't really imagine a 75-foot span being very big once you see it there. It's nice now.
Yeah, very
it looks
cool.
really good.
We're gonna go for a walk across the other bridge. Can we do that yet? We got to wait yet.
Well, let's wait, but we're getting ready to
We
lift
can't
this
walk
one.
across it
I'll
yet.
tell you what. We'll get the rain check with Rick, and if you want to
Absolutely.
come back around, we can do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's look at this bridge being set.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here is mobility is being changed in La Junta, Colorado, folks. This will set our future.
Very cool.
Yeah, we won't.
No, right. Galvanized.
I get excited.
It'll be slicker than goose poop, and it'll be dangerous. But once we get concrete on it here in a few weeks,
There's the terminology that everyone's listening for. Slicker than goose poop.
slicker than goose poop.
Yeah, I love it.
You gotta tell me if we're live or not.
Sorry about that wind. Woo. Well,
I've been waiting
I'm gonna
27 years for this day.
nice. You wanna
Thank the people for their patience, because even there was times I was getting discouraged. But now that I see the park, see the trail, it was all worth it.
Very
It was all
cool.
worth it, because this is going to help.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna take Betty up on her offer,
Okay.
and I'll be in shotgun.
All right.
I'll bet you can sit in there if you need to. Okay. Woo. It is painful.
It is.
Cold out there.
My hands are tingling.
There we go.
Whoa.
Can you, oh hey, we can actually see pretty good. We just can't really hear the action anymore.
Yeah, well, telling me.
Betty McFerrin with the Rocky Ford Daily Gazette. Nice enough to let us sit shotgun with her. She's here to take photos for the Gazette. And of course, we're here live on seconews.org, our Facebook page. You can see them bringing that bridge around. It's going to go quick.
Yeah,
I guess as soon as I get warm, I'm going to jump out. How's that sound? There you go, guys. Couldn't get you any closer. We're all but underneath it. See that? See that town? Well, it's probably covered by Hospital Hill here. The brick and tile park just at the bottom of the hill here on 10th Street. How about these guys doing it in the cold, huh? That's pretty amazing. Single digit temperatures, sub-zero wind chill. That wind chill effect with the National Weather Service going for another day still. Warming centers in Rocky Ford and Los Animas. These guys are out doing the job. Oh, it is cold out. How cool is that? Very cool. Yeah, we're trying to stay warm, but we're getting closer, guys. That bridge is down, number 2. He wasn't kidding, they did it pretty quick. All about the prep work, right? It does look awesome. It's going to be awesome. We've got a photo gallery we're going to release from City Manager Rick Klein. And of course, Betty McFerrin here with the Rocky Ford Daily Gazette will have pictures in print for you guys. We'll have the follow-up interview with Rick and TLM Construction when we get to walk across those bridges and they open them up. With your Southeast Colorado news, for TLM Construction, the city of La Junta, from La Junta Brick and Tile Park, I'm Adrian Hart.